Hi everyone. Okay, first up, better late than never. This is Friday Night Fashion, but it's coming to you on Tuesday for lots of mysterious sort of Zoe Ball type reasons. Where were they? What were they doing?
Very exciting, though, very exciting.
The truth is, we were working on a little special project which will be with you later, soon, not too late, but then it just meant that we're a little bit behind, but we've rushed in today to give you this rundown of London Fashion Week.
What she's neglecting to say is it was a very vodka-fueled recording.
Not by me. I had a sip.
Right.
I have control.
So we are off to London Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
London. What did you think?
It didn't blow me away. There were a few shows that I thought really I loved, and one in particular that we'll come to was Standing Ground, which is a up and coming Michael Stewart, beautiful, but we'll come to that. It all felt a tiny bit lackluster, which I felt was a real shame because it's 40th anniversary, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But it's, times are hard out there.
But what is going on with London in that I remember, is it just simply that I'm not going to the shows in the same way I did, and that I feel like it doesn't have a buzz at the moment? There's not enough of a conglomeration of the big brands who used to all show in London, is my feeling.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, obviously we've got Burberry, who, really they are the soul of London, aren't they?
SOUL and SOLE, pretty much, in terms of big brands.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. She's off it already. But I think it's a really, really hard time in the world of designer fashion. You've got massive competition from the high street who have never done a better job. Globally, sales are down. The UK market is really important, but we need to, as designers, need to be able to reach out globally.
Yeah.
And then you've got that sort of very fine line between sticking to brand codes and what your brand is all about, and then that what appears to be in London a very dirty word, commercial.
Yes, it's so true, isn't it? Although I think Burberry trod that line pretty well.
I would say so. I think Daniel Lee really is finding his stride back to the soul pun. And I felt like, I know they've had a very tough time and they've come off the FTSE 100 and all of that, but hopefully the tide has turned a little bit for Burberry, I would like to think.
I wonder if it's just possibly that, the house DNA is something that it is, so imitated and so diluted in so many other ways. And then there's still this kind of tension over whether or not the Burberry check is iconic or a bit pastiche. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. And in fact, we saw remarkably little of the Burberry check in this collection. And I think that was actually a really good thing for right now.
I love look 2, though. This is, I'm telling you, everyone's going to be in Bermudas come summer. Everybody, even you, Amanda Wakeley.
Not me.
Let's place our bets now.
Yes, people. But masses of utility pants that I think, and I think Burberry do them incredibly well. J.W. Anderson does them brilliantly. So that's where you'll find me.
Yes, I loved all these. Are they shearling collars?
I think they look like they are. They're probably fake even.
Yes.
But, you've got that lovely sort of woolly vibe too.
I mean, that one on look 4 is a little bit the bald eagle from the Muppets. But I don't mind. I think it's still kind of fabulous.
And I think in look 6, you've got a very subtle reinvention of the Burberry check, which doesn't
very handsome
shout.
man.
She's off. Doesn't shout Burberry check.
No, I love that a lot, actually.
And I think look 5, those pants they have my name written.
They do.
All over them for next spring. There was talk of the Burberry stripe. I think a stripe is harder to own in terms of house codes.
Is the Burberry stripe a known thing, or is this its debut?
I think they're trying to make it a known thing.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. That's what it's like, isn't it? It's like, you've got the check. What else do you want?
I loved look 12. So, and that to me took me right back to Christopher Bailey's days, you know, the fun cocktail dress with the big utilitarian jacket
It's really great.
over the top.
Yeah.
I have to say, although look 14 didn't look super modern, it's that beautiful nod to denim, the pale blue and the chunky blue suede clog, which I'm going to love and you're going to hate.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to, although if people could see what I'm wearing right now, they wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. There's a lot of lilac on the
that's
catwalk.
Fine with me. I love lilac.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look 28, another sort of sparkly cocktail dress, which I think is very cool. Oh, in look 34, I loved this. This is a very utilitarian jacket, but clearly has been made sort of completely unlined and fused, and you can see the way the sleeves are rolled up. So I think that looks very chic, very clever. I always think of Burberry as actually being very technical.
Definitely. I'm loving the chambray blue that's sort of throughout it all.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I think the whole pale blue thing.
Oh, and then suddenly we've got orange. What?
I loved this look.
It's great. It's very Ralph Lauren-y, that one, though.
It is just the sort of mesh polo shirt and then this parachute skirt, and with the token nod to the check in the belt.
Oh yes, of course.
I must admit, having seen what Stormzy wore to Glastonbury this year, look 39 has Stormzy written all over it.
That's true.
Then who else?
Oh, look at Neelam in that. I love look 44. I love the feathers or shearling on that leather.
Yeah, and
so
the khaki.
cool.
And I loved look 43.
You're definitely getting a pair of parachute pants.
But that sort of took me back to the 90s.
Yeah.
Late 90s, just that sort of little sequin top and just fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so getting some of these longer line shorts. I really am.
She's off.
Yeah. They're really great.
She is off. So Burberry, Daniel Lee, keep it up. Hope you get to stay there. New CEO.
I think he
over
will.
from the States. I think good job. Good job.
I mean, who are they going to get if they don't keep him?
Oh, I would really hope that he will stay.
Yeah.
I'd like to move on to Roxanda, who I think stayed so true to her soul despite new funding. Congratulations, Roxanda. Brilliant news, because we were not ready to lose you off the London scene.
God, no.
Definitely. And the thing I love about Roxanda is she understands her woman, who tends to be quite an arty woman, I always think.
Oh,
she
definitely.
showed in this beautiful, cylindrical, brutalist office building. So the light, it was in the round and the light looked exquisite.
I have been to that very place, and getting in and out of there is a bitch. Yeah.
Yes. Is there a long line for the lift?
Exactly. It's like a cluster of people trying to go in at the same time and then trying to come out at the same time.
Yeah. Well, Roxanda, congrats. I hope this is a commercial success too. I thought the tailoring with the cutouts were particularly beautiful, like in look 2
and look 3. I love that sort of like that long scarf detail on the jacket. That's so glamorous.
Which is something she's been introducing, and I think really beautiful. But these clothes are aspirational and yet really believable. When you look at look 5, I can see that walk straight off the runway to a very cool woman's wardrobe, albeit
someone who runs an art gallery.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it really is. I thought
look 8 is divine.
Look at the way that she is mixing those colors.
Excuse me, can we just talk about the shoes?
Well, I think those look like the FitFlop collaboration. Aren't they just heaven? Fluffy.
It's like if you haven't got a pet or your home doesn't allow pets, that could be the next best thing.
They could just slide
that's
into your wardrobe.
Praise. I'm not dissing at all.
Look 12.
Oh, I love that.
I love the color combos. I mean, she's just the brilliant at those color combos.
Oh, here we go. I want to wear that to Ascot. Look 15.
Oh, my fair lady.
Isn't it great?
It's beautiful.
I mean,
Beautiful.
I can't really wear yellow, but I'll make an exception.
I have to
Excuse
say.
me, look 16.
Look 16.
What's going on here?
Well,
that's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that fabric is absolutely
it's a little bit
beautiful.
Dougal from the Magic Roundabout chic.
Yeah.
But I love it.
See, to me, I love look 18.
It's very 20s.
And then particularly look 19. So you've got that amazing crafted fabric with that beautiful blazer that's been tailored.
But also, how great would that skirt look just with a battered old denim jacket?
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah. Or a sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then sort of more extreme, I mean, I love the colour of that shirt in look 24.
Oh.
Just effortless. And I love the colour combo, that claret belt, the black pant, and that chartreuse satin shirt.
And look 22 and 23, where there does seem to be a bit of a veer towards muraling on clothes, sort of like mural scenes and things, and I am here for it.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I look at that and I look at the beauty of the weaving in that. It almost looks like that's the reverse of the fabric, and you've got these lovely long...
But it looks like a Monet as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Then I can see a mullet dress coming up.
Okay.
I can't be friends with that.
You can't be friends with that.
Look 28, I can't do it. Sorry, Roxanda. 27 out of 29 ain't bad.
But chapeau to you, Roxanda, looking really beautiful. And by the way, I love those mesh
beautiful
hats. They're just... I mean, I hope those end up at Ascot, because
of course they will.
I mean, they're just like little net sculptures, but they're less precious considered.
Do you think they're by her? Do you think she got a milliner in?
Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if that's Roxanda.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, but I think they're really, really beautiful and unusual.
Right. So I want to talk about Marcus Almeida. It's a design duo. I remember going to the shows 10 years ago when they were really emerging, and they had lots of very cutting edge denim. It was lots of sort of like really sort of like hacked up, like raw edge seams and all that. And I was in love with it. I was just really interested because I think they've definitely evolved and become something a little bit more polished. And I don't know. I think it's a really interesting and very lovely evolution, actually. I like looks 1 and look 2, that sort of like wallpaper treatment of a suit. They've still got the brand DNA with lots of their frayed denim and asymmetrical cuts and things like that. And see, I've not really seen them do much with leather before, which they've done with look 8. It's all very, it's got a rather Victorian vibe, hasn't it?
Well, interestingly, I think they were inspired by Dutch portraiture, and you can really see that.
Yeah.
And especially in the set that they.
I'm not normally a fan of a flock look, but I'm quite loving these. I think that's really pretty, that dress in look 11. Really pretty.
And then bringing back the denim in look 14 and 15, but with a sort of new
flourish.
Yes, a new flourish. That is, and with these beautiful, you've got these sort of embroideries that really mimic the lace. I think
it's really clever.
Look 14 is really beautiful.
And we just need a moment for the eye makeup. I love it. Just of that block color over like a really strong lilac or blue eye. It looks gorgeous.
What we're going to get next week, no doubt.
I wish I could pull it off. I just can't. But
can I just say, the model in look 17 is truly fabulous. I love her.
Amazing.
And I love what she's wearing.
And I love her little, well, that's, I used to have a Marcus top very similar to that little vest top. It was grey and I loved it. Grey denim.
I can see you in that look.
Yeah, I would definitely wear that. Yeah.
Quite a lot of colour.
Which is another thing that I haven't really seen from them before. I don't know if I just haven't been paying attention, but this seemed to me like a slightly more grown-up direction for them, which I really loved.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's got a new polish, a lot of print.
Yeah, I think look 38 is a lot.
There's a lot. I was zooming in to see if it's actually jacquard or print, and it's hard to tell.
I think it'd be jacquard.
I think it is jacquard.
See, that's not, it's not an easy thing to run around in old jacquard, is it?
No, but I have to say, I loved Look 42.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
That feels very cool.
I would want that jacket immediately.
That leather biker is not too obviously, quilted and bikery, but it does scream biker too. That's a complete contradiction.
It's very cool.
Over that very pretty layered dress. And I have to say, personally, I loved the jacket in Look 48.
I knew you would love that. I would just feel it's gorgeous, but I don't know.
I think it would be wearing me.
I'd feel quite weighed down by that. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
But again, on that fabulous model.
But I love Look 47. That super pretty dress.
Do you?
Yeah.
I have to say, I love 46.
Look at it. It's so cute. It's all beaded.
I can see you in that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
My bank manager can't. Yeah. But
there they are.
Yeah.
They've been working from their home in Portugal, and it clearly suits them.
Yeah, good for them. I liked it. I talked myself into liking that one more than when I started the conversation. I mean, I liked it, and now I like it more. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, J.W. Anderson has a complete zeitgeist to me.
Still.
Yeah.
Which is incredible, really, isn't it? He's still the wunderkind.
The man of the moment. He seems to just have,
And there are rumours that he's going to Gucci.
Where do you find that? Where do you hear that?
Well, there's all sorts of rumours going around about Gucci, but we can talk about that another time.
Okay, that's another conversation.
Yeah.
That might be another whole episode. So, J-Dubs, we love it. Kept your fabrications to an absolute minimum here, and so made himself work harder with those fabrics.
I've got to say, I love these minis. Look 3, I would just wear that over a pair of skinnies. So even women who don't love their legs as much as these lovely beauties can still enjoy a bit of
I totally
JW
agree.
tunic.
Now, you see, I would wear Look 3 over wide legs.
Yeah, amazing.
With my big old Isabel Marant platforms, albeit I loved Look 6 too. I think very, very beautiful cutting. It's a real circular cutting and then drawn in. Feels very, very new. And then with that knitted collar, knitted cuffs, there's all of those sportswear elements, but in a super, super luxe satin. Look 7 and 8, quite conceptual, these leather dresses with this
I think they're great.
Big old circular.
I really love the pale one. I really love it.
Yeah.
Again, my skinny jeans are getting a workout from this collection. Because I can't.
Are you ready? Are you ready for your skinnies again?
Yeah, if we're going voluminous on top, I think it's going to be necessary.
Yeah, there are times that you do need that skinny down below, aren't there?
Can we just talk about Look 13? I mean, that's a creation.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It certainly is.
You don't like it?
We know likey. But I understand the creativity behind that.
I love that, and I love
it's like a Bottega knit, isn't it? It's amazing. Like a giant woven intricato.
Like a big puzzle bag.
Yes.
But I love Look 17, the sort of like the handkerchief style of that dress.
I think the mix of the sequins and then that wide trim, very, very chic.
And these cute knits, I'm not sure who's going to wear them, but I love Look 19, and there's a navy one up earlier.
But Look 20.
That's cool.
Oh, God, it's like a bomber sweatshirt. It is just insanely beautiful.
Cos will be ripping that off like no one's business.
Oh, stop.
It's true.
It is true, though.
Yeah.
It really is true.
Oh, Look 26. We love that jacket.
We do we?
Yes.
Actually, I love that jacket, too. I would just take the extra piece off it. No. And I'll tell you, that knit, I just loved. Look at that. Clever. Look at 35. I think that is exquisite.
Just
absolutely
volumed at exactly the right places.
Yep. And I think that's the thing with J.W. Anderson is he really knows where to control and where to let rip.
Yep. And Look 36 is the beginning of this collection, but also there's definitely a real chocolate brown mood coming in for summer.
Absolutely,
really
and
interesting.
all shades of brown, tobacco,
Yeah.
caramel, and I think it's really flattering.
Yep.
On a lot of different skin colors. Love it. Look 38. I loved this blown up knit. Really clever. Really clever. Probably hard to wear, but very clever.
And what does his little newspaper print thing say?
I read and I can't remember.
No. Something about Mesopotamia. You can Google that and improve your mind in your own time.
Yep. But always a message.
40. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So that was,
he's a busy man.
An exciting and beautiful show with the polish of Milan.
Yeah.
I would say, which is something we don't always see in London, but definitely we're seeing a lot more of it.
Let's see if my rumor turns out to be right.
Very interesting rumor. Now, a brand that I want to just flag here is Nensai de Jacques. Very hard to pronounce.
I'm glad you're spelling that. Nensai de Jacques. What is her heritage?
So she is known for her absolutely gorgeous precision, sexy cutting. It always been very lingerie inspired, and she's taken a year off running, being on the runway, and she has collaborated with Calvin Klein, which I think is just totally genius of Calvin Klein, totally, because when you look, it's already for sale and a lot of it is already sold out. When you look at it on Selfridges, some of these beautiful bras, because I always think of Calvin Klein underwear, and some of these bras are absolutely exquisite.
Wow.
Some are for the runway, but some of these pieces on the catwalk are actually in her collection that is available already.
Okay.
And I just think all of her precision, sort of tiny micro straps, they're just all very beautifully positioned and very sexy.
Very sexy indeed.
Very sexy. She really does know how to celebrate femininity.
Oh, I love look 12. I love that dress.
Yeah. And so pieces like this look 16, I think pieces like the bra and the jersey pants are already on sale. I loved look 19, that just oversized blazer cool. With that beautiful bra. 20, 21, aren't those exquisite pieces? That body, for example, that's already sold out in look 21, but that under a beautiful oversized jacket. And
imagine having the body who could pull it off.
Yes, but sorry, if you had that with a big jacket over it, you're just going to see a tiny bit of it, and it's alluring.
Good point.
It's
well made.
Super sexy. So for me, it's wonderful to see a British-based designer collaborate with a global brand, and I really hope that she's making the money from it to allow her to fulfill her dreams as this sensational young designer that she is.
Fantastic.
I think we're still seeing, the only thing I will flag from both London and Milan, we're seeing the token diverse casting.
Yeah, there's always like one slightly bigger model.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is not making the point, but anyhow, we're making progress, it looks like. But beautiful collection. Do you not agree?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Erdem. It wouldn't be London Fashion Week without Erdem. And he's been mining his 1920s inspirations for this, and I love it. Sort of like the really feminine tailoring, but with a Great Gatsby edge. I love all the, what would you call that shade of green? Is it like an eau de Nil?
I would call it eau de Nil or pistachio, but I think eau de Nil sort of is more romantic and sums that up.
It's like basically the inside of Claridge's interiors. That's what it always reminds me of.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's a proper vintage color, isn't it?
It's heaven, absolutely heaven. But I think my favorite looks tended to be in that color family, like look 9. I just think, again, if I was like looking, if I needed to borrow for a red carpet, I'd be begging to borrow that.
All right, I've just screwed up the iPad, is what I'm shitting. Here we go. Sorry.
It's all right, dear.
One of these days,
you can shit whenever you like.
I have to say, I love the cape in look 5.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that just gorgeous?
He knows who his customer is. He knows what he's doing. There's always embellishment. That it's always uber feminine, and I just feel like he's establishment now, isn't he? And
he really is.
Yeah.
Some of his dresses, and I think actually quite a lot of his dresses, I think either work really beautifully on quite a young woman or a much more mature woman. I think he falls into that area for me that I know I would feel old wearing.
Really?
Quite a few of those dresses. Yes.
Let me think. Let me apply that test to it. I don't know. I mean, I would wear look 9. Would I look like mutton in that? Oh my gosh, she thinks I would. She thinks I would.
Yes.
I just disagree.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, look, 14, for example, I think is super chic and ageless. But I think, yes, I think some of these dresses to me...
I mean, look 16, I think is a bit whatever happened to Baby Jane anyway, for any age.
Yes.
But... no, I just don't agree.
No,
I think that
it's just. I mean, there's a prettiness to it that I think you're more drawn to than I am.
Right. All right. Well,
stylistically, in terms of our
in
terms of what we would wear.
But look at that. I love look 27. I would
absolutely
so wear that,
and I would too.
Oh,
I have
okay.
To say.
Well,
yes, but
maybe I wouldn't then. I'm joking.
But I would probably toughen that up with a big chunky boot and a sweater underneath it. But listen, it is exquisite. His fabrics are exquisite. His fabric developments and his embroideries are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he's a colorist.
I love look 31 with those chunky brogues. There you go. That's toughened up for you.
That's toughened up.
There you go.
You can wear it.
Yeah. Oh, this is where Erdem and I part company is. I mean, he's very, very into the bodycon stuff, and I just think that's
when he gets into the bodycon.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah. It's very, you know, you can't eat for a month before you put on some of those.
What, but, like look 38? That corseted look.
Yeah, exactly. Or just the really like super skin tight sort of sheathy looks that he does. But look at that coat.
The blazer there in look 37. And I think how beautiful is that? That scarf is actually part of the jacket.
But I love all the Art Deco touches on this. Yeah.
And then the embellishment on top. That is absolutely exquisite. With the fringing, love that. I think that look 37 is my top look from this show. Absolutely love that.
I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorites that he's done, actually. Yeah.
And why in particular this show?
I think because despite what you say about, some of it needs to be toughened up, I think this actually is a bit edgier in terms of some of the masculine touches than he's traditionally known for.
Yes.
And I think it's just given it, because I think that for a long time, I've always thought, oh, Erdem, you sort of know what you're getting. But this one, it definitely turned a corner.
No, sorry. I said I would wear it with maybe a chunky boot.
Yeah.
But I think I totally agree. I think there is, I love this play of masculine and feminine here.
Yeah.
I think really, really chic. And I think his tailoring is exquisitely cut. You know, in look 41. Absolutely exquisite.
And I love that little collar pin there that he's got with that shirt as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, the devil's in the detail.
Yeah.
It's stunning. I mean, these jackets look, you know, the jacket on look 43, it looks like that's been cut on Savile Row, or made on Savile Row, I should say. I'm sure it's been cut in Erdem's studio, forgive me. So another beautiful, beautiful collection from Erdem. Congratulations.
Amazing.
So this is a collection I want to give a bit of a shout out to. It's Standing Ground. It's by a designer called Michael Stewart. He's an Irish RCA graduate. He's loved by Florence Pugh and Naomi Harris, apparently. Not hard to see why. There's a level of sophistication about this to me that's quite un-London.
Right.
And I just loved his silhouettes.
Well, I mean, look, I can see why you love that, because it looks like you could have designed it.
Well, it feels quite Wakeley 90s sort of bias velvet, but I have to say,
gorgeous.
It has a timelessness that I absolutely love. And look too, mixing the hood with the leather with that narrow, slinky silhouette. Just gorgeous. And then I thought, sort of, look 9, how exquisite. That to me makes me think of, you know, a sculpture.
It almost looks like, is that like beading?
His beading, he has encased.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
In, I think, chiffon. So I can only imagine that dress moves in the most exquisite way. It's just like a waterfall of pearls, really, isn't it?
But that red column of look 8 is incredible as well.
Yeah. So there's a real timeless sophistication about these. I think they're quite sculptural. You know, that sort of has elements of Madame Grey, look 11.
It's those pearls again,
but
look 11,
But it is, when you look at it closer, it's very, very brilliantly crafted. I mean, it's almost couture-like.
It's gorgeous.
I'm not sure where it's being sold. And then look 12, you've got that sort of plate of leather, then the beads, and then that beautiful soft skirt, but again with the beads. I mean, that's sort of quite Game of Thrones.
That's a showstopper.
Yeah, complete showstopper.
Amazing.
And then lovely to see Jade Parfitt back on the catwalk in look 16 in that glorious scarlet dress. I think he's very good with jerseys and draping. I find look 21 gets a little bit Guinevere to me, but you know, he's making the point.
It's kind of great.
It's beautiful. And so I would say exciting
really
collection.
Great and one to watch.
And beautifully edited and, you know, just short and sharp. Love that.
Excellent.
So I think that rounds up our favourites from London Fashion Week. Of course, it's just a smattering, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode.
I do just want to give one little shout out.
Yes.
To my friend and yours, Donna Ida, who walked in a very little separate siphoned off show, not strictly London Fashion Week, but it was for the campaigning group Think Ocean, where they took lots of stuff that they found in the ocean and made clothes from it.
And did they make clothes from it, or did they make fabric from it and then make clothes from it?
Everything.
Brilliant.
Everything. So
Brilliant.
I wanted to show you this little video of my Donna walking in this show. She looks so cute in her
and
ocean blue head to toe dress and coat.
She was terrified, but she looks so gorgeous. She really does.
First time a 4'3" pygmy has walked.
She's not 4'3".
All right, she's 4'4". Yeah, no, she's tiny. I don't even know her real height because I've only ever seen her in heels. Yeah.
I think I've only ever seen her in heels too. Anyhow,
well done, Don.
Good on you, Donna.
Yeah. So that's Friday Night Fashion.
Friday Night Fashion.
London Fashion Week on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
We're always full of surprises.
On Friday, you are going to hear from us on Milan Fashion Week, which is where the fashion circus heads to from London. So join us then, please. Same time. Lots of love.